everyone, welcome back to Royalty Soaps. My name is Katie Carson and I am the Duchess of Suds here at this channel. This is the very first video in our October 2019 collection. We have 3 soaps this month that are fan designs. We haven't done one for a couple of months this year, so we put all of the ones we really love right into this month, and today is one of them. It was a Twitter submission from Phoenix Rain. Thank you so much for this idea. I hope you like what I did with it. By the way, Lily is in here with me and Will is here because I'm the only one at home and I have to film these, so yay for 2 kids and intros and outros. Today's video is sponsored by Skillshare. Skillshare is an online learning community with lots of classes taught by industry pros so that you can basically learn anything you want to learn. You want to learn Photoshop, you want to learn baking, you want to know taxes and finance help, you want to know small business strategy, you want to know stuff about marketing, anything you want to know, they've got a class on it. If you sign up using the link down below, you can get 2 months of Skillshare Premium for free. And who doesn't like free? Free is the best price out there, in my opinion. I am using Skillshare personally to help with my Photoshop skills, if that's what you can call them right now. I wouldn't necessarily call them skills at this point. If you are a small business and have to design your own letterhead or labels or maybe little inserts for your packages, Photoshop is basically a must-have. I used GIMP as long as I possibly could, but I just outgrew it, and you probably will too, and their Photoshop tutorials are so easy to understand, and Photoshop is like going from driving a car to flying a plane. So having ease of navigation is truly helpful, and I cannot recommend Skillshare enough for this. Once again, you can sign up using my link down below. If you are going to sign up, please do use that link. It helps them track how many people have signed up. So without further ado, let us make our first autumnal soap of the season. So let's get started. Our oils are at room temperature, and about 5 minutes ago they were clear, and now they're not. And I just wanted to make a special note about this for the noobs out there. A lot of people say you gotta have clear oils to make soap. They're lying. You don't. You do not have to have clear oils to make soap. You do have to make sure that there's no chunks of anything floating around, like cocoa butter, shea butter, all those hard oils. But having it fully like blended up and it just gets a little bit cold so that it's cloudy and not clear, you're gonna be fine. It's fine. Here's another thing you don't have to do. Sifting your oil. Sifting. Putting your lye water solution through a sieve. It's not necessary. Some people swear it is. I've made a lot of soap. I cannot tell one bit of difference. And with my pinkety drinkety stick blender, I'm going to blend this up for about 20 seconds. That's all it takes with the amount of lye water and oils that I have. Okay, so now that this is all blended up, I am gonna split it off into 4 different parts for the 4 different elements. My arms are getting stronger. I'm not huffing and puffing nearly as much this time for whatever reason. Maybe it's because Kenny and I are filming in the morning and I'm not worn out yet. I have 4 different buckets now, split into 4 equal parts. So I'm gonna take each individual bucket for each layer, split it in half, and then put colors in those 2 halves and do a drop swirl. It's gonna be really cool. So we're gonna split off the first one. Yep, I had to dirty up 4 containers just for measuring. It's really quite a sad thing. Scrapey, my round containy. Rad, let's do the first 2 colors. So we have a dark brown oxide going into this one. That's from TKB. They're the only people I know that carry dark brown oxide. Lots of people carry brown oxide. They're the only ones that carry the dark one. And then I have some Snake Island green. This is from Mad Micas. It's a very dark, sort of a hunter green. I'm gonna go ahead and blend these in with my stick blender. Oh yes. So obviously the first layer is going to be earth or ground. So we have the brown and we have the green. The fragrance oil I am adding is my own secret sauce blend. This is a brand new blend, and it actually has a lot of different elements to it, no pun intended. It's got sort of an earthy smell. It's got a little bit of an ocean smell, a little bit of ozone in there. It has some sweetness. It's kind of anchored a little bit by musk and a bit of vanilla. So it's a good one. Now, admittedly, I've never used the blend before, so I'm gonna start by mixing it in by hand. This is always what I do when I haven't used a fragrance oil because I don't know how it's gonna react. The only time that blending in by hand kind of backfires is if you have ricing problems, and giving all the fragrance oil notes of everything that makes up this blend, that didn't seem to be something that a lot of people ran into, so I'm not worried about it. And it seems to be acting very well in my soap. I'm not sure what I'm going to call it though, because it's a lot of different fragrance notes, but I definitely think this is going to be a new fan favorite. All right, so let's go ahead and pour this first layer into our large slab mold after this quick commercial break. I'm going to start with the brown. I'm just gonna pour some stripes like this. This is the first soap we're doing since the Secret Soap series, and honestly, I'm just so sad it's over. Now I want to do like 2 a year. Also, if you missed the soap release for the Secret Soap series, the website is still live. Obviously, when I'm filming this, I don't exactly know what's left, but there's gonna be something left in there. We don't just leave the shop open for 24 hours. We're not one of those small businesses. Not that there's anything wrong with it, that's just not the way we do it. We have our shop open for 3 weeks, so it's still up if you are interested in any of the Ghibli soaps. Oh yes, this is performing quite well. I am very pleased. Okay, I've scrapey'd everything out, so I'm gonna tap this down on the ground. Not that it really needed it. The earth is done. Let's mix up the water. Let's do the ocean, the rivers, the ponds. Also, please do not judge me by the stains on the inside of my buckets. When you make a lot of soap, you get a lot of stains, and you can quote me on that. Kenny and I are working on the sound quality of our videos. It's so hard to do sound. I didn't realize like how big of a deal it was, but now I have a whole new respect for the ASMR artists who have like super stellar sound with no fuzz, because now I realize just how difficult that is to get. Kenny and I are not professionals. We have not been trained in this, but we are doing our best to educate ourselves on the ways of the microphones. So bear with us while we fix the echo in the background. We're in a very, very big room with not a lot of things in it. Now let's get this blue on. I am so excited. Blues are my favorite, and I think Kenny and I have both said that Blue Tide is probably my all-time favorite color, I want to say. It's just so nice. I also have some ultramarine blue. This is a very princely blue, a very royal blue. Together, it's going to be magnificent, if I do say so myself. Let's go ahead and blend that up. Blendy, 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 blend. Okay, let's go ahead and pour this in our mold. I'm gonna pour a goodly bit of this blue in, and it is accelerating, and that's just because of the color that I'm using. Get some of that Blue Tide in there. I'm only using this to kind of help break the fall. Then I'm gonna get rid of it. Oh yeah, it's starting to look really pretty. And once again, this blue color is starting to turn a little bit greenish, but we're hoping it's gonna go back blue, and then it'll be really blue. Now for the fire layers. I've added in the mix now of the Mad Mica's True Red blend because, number one, I really don't want that color to move. And number two, it's the only red I have in the studio right now. And then I'm adding in some orange vibrance mica from Nurture mixed with a little bit of cheesy poof from Mad Micas. Now the orange vibrance is my favorite orange I've found so far. It really does a good job of retaining its potency in a soap. Even so, I like to anchor my oranges with a little bit of neon just to make it pop, and cheesy poof is my favorite neon orange. It even beats out the TKB neons in my opinion. Let's go ahead and blend in this red. Looking popping over up in here. Woohoo, Kenny's doing the poppin' dance. Don't ask me what that looks like, because I don't really know. Looks like a crab. Gonna blend in the fragrance oil by hand. Honestly, I'm kind of surprised. I've still got plenty of working time with this fragrance oil, this batch, these colors. I think it's gonna make a very, very pretty end result, even though these are a lot of colors that typically don't go together. And yeah, this also just should go to prove that you don't need clear oils. You'll be fine. All right, let's pour it in. All right, I can pour it straight on to the next layer because it is completely hard, which is always handy to not have to break the fall. It allows for more precise pouring. You can see I can make my lines a lot thinner. Now I feel I have to address this every year, and based on a lot of the comments we got during Ghibli month, I'm just going to say it again. I do not make gory Halloween soaps. I do pumpkins and I do things that are a little more lighthearted, but I do not like Halloween very much. I'm pretty scared of most horror things. This is something that has been very consistent through my whole life. I don't even really like to watch thrillers. We watched, what was it, Kenny? The Sixth Sense?
Yes.
Oh my gosh. I had nightmares for weeks. Like, I can't do that. I like autumn. I just don't like Halloween very much. I like, you know, the old-fashioned idea of Halloween where it's like little kids trick-or-treating and grandma giving you a candy apple. But I don't like... People have literally sent me designs of like severed fingers and eyeballs. I can't do it, folks. There are plenty of other soap makers that do Halloween soaps, okay? So if you want Halloween soaps, you can check them out because they do a really good job, but it would not be true to me to do a Halloween soap because it scares me and I don't like it. Now, for the sky, we're adding in a little bit of Aphrodite blue. Also, speaking of Aphrodite, if you haven't seen the Wheel of Fortune moment where the guy pronounces Achilles as Achilles, I will leave that linked for you down below because that is one of my single favorite moments of television history. All right, I'm gonna begin by mixing this in first with my spatula. I'll blend it in a little bit later because it's getting a little clumpy on me. We are on the final layer and I've been working this batter for a really long time. In the future, we might mix up each layer separately with the lion oils. That would probably help everybody out. So basically, we're praying that these colors turn because they looked beautiful before I added the fragrance oil. And once again, I think it will, but we'll have to see because this does not look very much like the sky. Now I am going to put a little bit on here, but then I'm going to save all that to put on the top because I don't really want to see a lot of gray there. All right, I'm going to bang this down on the ground. Now using this little glass stick, I'm going to swirl the top in no particular fashion. Well, it kind of looks like I'm doing a particular fashion. I always say that and I'm like, ooh, actually, I like this way best. Always go around them edges first. Make sure they get it real good. So satisfying. I would really like to do this to cake batter too. I think that would be really fun and look really cool. All right, now I'm just gonna go through and pull anything else that looks like it needs it. I'm also going to go in with Sparkle Me Aqua. It's getting a really, really generous dusting. I want this to be kind of the highlight of the top. I'm not necessarily trying to cover up any of the colors on the inside. I'm just trying to make it really, really iridescent. It's been a long time since I did a top like this, so I thought it'd be fun to do with this particular soap. Few more spritzes and we're done. It is completely iridescent. I love it. Gotta spritz it with rubbing alcohol. I'm trying not to like make it fall in big globs on top because I don't want it to move the mica. And that's it, we're done, yay! Wow, y'all, look at the glimmer and the shimmer on top of this soap. Even if the colors go a little bit wonky, I think that the heart of the matter has been captured. We definitely have 4 distinct layers, and I'm pretty sure that people could figure out what they're representing. So we're gonna wait 18 to 24 hours, and then we will come back and we will chop up this soap. We'll cut it into slabs, slice it into bars after this quick commercial break. You guys, the top of this, I have to do more soaps like this. Just having a nice frosted top. I don't even have to use the blue. I could use golds and whites. Oh, new fantasy. All right, let's turn this on the side. And as you can see, very distinct layers. I will press down with Evangeline. If you're like, hey, where's Kermit? He is at a different place. Evangeline is the one in the film studio. All right, let's take one out of the middle, or 2, you know, whatever the soap wants to do. This is what it looks like on the inside. So you can see we have the earth, we have water, we have fire, and air. In the future air portions, I might lighten that up a little bit, but honestly, what I really am enjoying about this color palette is that it all sort of blends together somehow, even though you wouldn't think whenever I was pouring this that it would look very good with all those colors. So I kind of don't want to touch it because I feel like this gray sort of matches this dark green down here, which sort of matches the blue. I don't know. It's pretty cohesive as is. I don't know why autumn always makes me think of seasonal things. It's like everyone has to reflect on the potency of the seasons during autumn because there's such a sharp change for most people between summer and fall. So that's why I thought an element soap might be good. You know, it's just kind of thinking of the earth, of nature, of changing seasons, of spiking weather. So the question of the day is, what is your favorite element? Is it earth, water, fire, or air? What's yours, Kenny? I don't want to influence you with mine.
I want to be a bloodbender.
What's that?
I like fire. Very cleansing, very aggressive.
That's funny, because I like water. I'm always trying to get back to it. Mother was just talking to me about this because I was trying to plan a vacation and I was just trying to mention places with beaches or lakes, and she's like, ah, my little water baby, always trying to get back to the water. And I'm like, yes, yes.
You waterhead, you're trying to put my flame out.
Just trying to rein you in so that you don't eat up the whole forest. You know what I'm saying? So if you would like to vote on the question of the day, all you have to do is click the eye in the upper right-hand corner of the screen. I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. I'm gonna have to do more swirly layers like that. Maybe I can do one for like February, where it's like pinks and red layered. Ooh, that'd be so pretty. Phoenix Rain, you had an absolutely fabulous idea. Thank you very much for sending that in. I hope you like what I did with the design, and I can't wait to send you a free bar. If you too would like a free bar of soap that you designed and I created, you can follow the instructions down in the description box below to do so. I cannot wait for you guys to see Saturday's video. This is one of my favorites. It's using a brand new technique. like, well, it's brand new to this channel. It's not brand new to soap making, okay? There's like basically nothing is new under the sun when it comes to soap making techniques. It's all been done somewhere before. If you want to follow us on Instagram, you can. We have lots of goodies over there. I'm starting to finally post autumnal stuff of my cute kids. You see the cute kid? He's looking at himself. There's a screen down there and he's looking at himself. Are you a cutest boy? Are you the cutest boy in your fall clothes? This is the fall clothes. So without further ado, have an absolutely marvelous day. Do something for yourself today, whether that is going and raking some leaves and jumping in them, or enjoying a pumpkin spice latte. Just do something that makes you happy. We'll see you soon, won't we, Will? Yes, we will. Bye for now. Meow. That's not giggling, that's just grunting.